Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into my podcast, Xena Life as a Dominatrix. This is episode 62. This will be published on Tuesday, August 6th, 2024. Before I discuss today's topic, I just want to mention that on all of my podcast episodes, you'll see a link that states support the show today. So when you click on the link, it leads right to my Venmo page. So thank you all very much for tuning in, subscribing, tipping, keeping this podcast going. And also a week ago I mentioned on my Facebook stories, my Instagram stories, hey, what would you all like to hear on my next episode? And a lot of people mentioned, well, I like hearing your stories, and boy, do I still have many stories to tell. So today's topic, Storytime Part 7. Dom Depot. I was reminiscing when I first started in this lifestyle. I would purchase all these toys at Home Depot. Well, equipment. At Home Depot, Ace Hardware, or Walgreens. And I'm still getting these toys to this day. Equipment to this day. And just today I was in Duane Reade getting goodies and that I can use in my sessions. And as I was looking around my studio, I was also wondering, what is the oldest piece I have here? And it's a leather collar that I purchased in the year 2000. I thought, oh, I look cool wearing this collar. It's a fashion statement. It's an O-ring. And now I use it for slaves, and it looks much better on the slaves because slaves wear the collar with pride, and I'm not a slave. That's a slave collar. It's a symbolism that they are the slave, and that's the oldest piece I have. And it goes around various happy slaves. So today, let's see, I purchased clips for holding papers together. Well, they're clips for nipples. These clips are heavy duty, actually, for the people that are into heavy nipple torture. Not everybody's into nipple torture. Some people are into light pain, moderate, and heavy. But these particular clips, holy fuck, they will hurt. And, little did the worker know in Duane Reade that I would be using these clips for nipples. It's none of their business. And then I was walking around and I saw these zip ties. I thought, oh, perfect. They will be perfect for bondage, tying the toes together, fingers together, wrists together, ankles together. Then I went to the the aisle with the school supplies. Ooh, there's a ruler. Perfect. That will come in handy to spank the bare bottoms of the very naughty students. And school is almost in session, so class is about to begin. So hopefully this new ruler I purchased won't break right away. The last ruler, well, it broke on one individual's bare bottom. And this new ruler, I hope it'll stay intact. And it's good for the bare bottom or the bare feet. And that specific fetish is called bastinado. And getting hit on the bottom of your feet hurts like a motherfucker. And for that type of play, some people are into that type of play. And then I go into the hair aisle. Oh, there's a hairbrush. Oh, a new hairbrush. Perfect for over-the-knee spankings on bare bottoms. Then back to the school aisle. Non-permanent markers. Perfect to write on the slave's body humiliating words like pig or slut, whore, or nasty pig, or little cock, or... So I realized I ran out of markers, so I needed some markers. And then these wooden clips. They're used for hanging clothes up to dry, but these clips are perfect for nipples or cock and ball torture. Rubber bands. Rubber bands to fling at the balls. Uh, I remember in the past I would tie up balls together with rubber bands, and then all of a sudden the balls would turn dark red or purple. And I realized, oh, that's circulation, need the circulation. So I don't do that anymore, put rubber bands around balls, but I'll just fling the rubber bands at the balls. Sounds like a sport. Metal clips to clip the cuffs together. At the hardware store, I got these. There's something about hardware stores. I just love the smell, and the workers just have no idea what I'm going to be using these goodies for. None of their business. And then I have a adult baby diaper lover scene coming up, and so I realized, okay, I need a bar of soap for their potty mouth to put the bar of soap in their mouth, and that's a form of humiliation. And a new baby bib would look very nice on this individual when I feed them baby food. And then another baby bottle, and I already have baby oil, baby powder, and an enema kit. Enema humiliation. So that's a humiliating act to do, and gotta stock up. So yeah, and then this next topic on this story time, treatment, it's called. So the other day I saw this post on X, and it has 2 million views already. The topic is Princess Goddess Treatment. It doesn't mean he buys you gifts 24/7 or drives you around or pays for everything. It means he doesn't let you go to bed upset. It means he really listens to you, treats you delicately, the way he talks and holds you, gives you priority no matter how busy he is. The emotional support and attention that matters, not just the material things, and I agree with that. And if the mistress, if the goddess, if the woman, if you don't hear back from the person, just accept that she is very busy, or she has other priorities, or she doesn't want to see you, or the chemistry is not there, or maybe other life events are occurring in her life. So it's good to keep your distance, and it's good not to keep nagging or keep bothering her. She doesn't need that. And yeah, sure, gifts are nice. However, respect, communication, excellent chemistry are far more important. And a woman should set her own standards and her own boundaries. And sure, having a maid or personal cook or pay pig or chauffeur, they're all nice. Or not having to lift a finger, but a dominant might also have a vanilla life, so you have to accept it. And she might not be able to attend a session, or something might come up, or she might have family to attend to. So it's your job to respect boundaries, her personal time, and it's not her obligation to give you attention 24/7. And I bring that up because I was remembering a past slave back in Chicago where he was very needy, and he was a few years younger than me from what I remember, and he just needed my attention all the time. And so I had to set the record straight. This is not going to work out. And also, from what I remember, he was seeking a 24/7 arrangement to be a live-in slave. And at the time, I'm like, nope, I don't need that in my life. I don't need another roommate. Yeah, so I was remembering that. So not every dominant woman wants that. And some dominant women, they live this lifestyle 24/7, and some dominant women, they don't. They have a vanilla life, believe it or not. So, And then female supremacy I'd like to talk about. So this little paragraph is in my book, Xena, Life as a Dominatrix, which is also found on Amazon. Just wanted to plug that in. Take control. Female supremacy is all about taking charge, setting your own boundaries, doing what makes you happy, and being a boss bitch, creating your own hours. Have the freedom that you desire. Female supremacy is all about owning it, being your own authentic self, and not giving a fuck what the other people think about you. Female supremacy is badass. Female supremacy, women over men, clothed female, naked men. Women do run the world after all. Female supremacy, sisterhood, supporting other boss ladies. Not saying yes to everything, not seeing every slave, not accepting everyone to serve you. Set your own protocols, set your own hours, set your own standards, your own limits, your own boundaries. So the women who are listening to this, remember this. Don't say yes to everything. It's okay to say no. And I was also thinking about the past again, and thinking about this one particular slave that used to serve me from 2007 to 2009. It was definitely at least 2 years, and then it just became very, very personal, and he became very, very close. And then one day we just came to a mutual agreement that it just wouldn't work, because he wanted more in the mistress-slave relationship, meaning that he wanted to be a boyfriend, and I did not see him as a boyfriend. I saw him as my personal slave. And what's great is now he is happily married, and I believe he met his wife at one of my past fetish parties in Chicago, which is pretty amazing. And they're still together, and they make such a cute couple. And I had to say no to him, and he accepted it, and then he moved on. And I remember he posted about it on FetLife, a very long journal entry, and it was his devotion and his dedication to me, and able to let go. And it was heartbreaking for him, and I accepted it, that he was ready to move on, and he wanted a girlfriend, and he didn't want to no longer be slave material. And so, and now we're still friends and all, and but moral to the story is that I'm glad that he met his wife, and I was thinking about him and his wife, and I'm so glad that they got married. And yeah. And also I bring this up because recently an individual had written me in the let me see, a couple weeks ago, saying, hey, do you have any single dominant female friends who would like to date? And I said, well, I'm not a professional matchmaker. And in my previous podcast episode, I did discuss matching two single friends at the time, and they became married, and they're still married. And it was because I introduced them, and they would never have met. And I guess I'm giving myself credit, patting myself in the back, but what I'm trying to say is I'm not a professional matchmaker. It's up to you to find a partner, find a girlfriend, find a boyfriend. It's up to you. I'm not a professional matchmaker. I mean, do I know any single dominant females? I really don't know. I'm not gonna match. That's not my job. So it's up to you to go on those dating sites, or FetLife, or meeting somebody in person. So, yeah. And also, I've gotten these emails in the past, and I was remembering them. One email. I want to be your slave. What can you do for me? That's what I said. What can you do for me? And I think this was when I was starting out, at least 20 years ago. That I don't know why I remembered this, but I just remembered it. And then this person said, "Oh, I'm into this, I'm into that. Oh, I'm into this, I'm into that. Can you do this to me? Can you do that to me? Da 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 da." And then again in the email, I said, "What can you do for me as a slave? Have you seen a dominatrix before?" And the person stated, "No, I haven't, but can you do this to me? Can you do that to me? Um, me. And this person, I didn't see because it was all about himself. And present day, I didn't end up seeing the person. I didn't. Like, this person is way too much into himself, and he doesn't want to serve. It's all about him. So, present day, I choose to see who I'd like, and it's all about chemistry. It's all about communication. Very important for those who are starting out in this lifestyle. And sure, you might see a dominant female's photo online, but read about her. If she has a website, that's great. Read about her. Read about what she's into, what she doesn't offer, what her limits are, what her availability is, what her protocol is. And gosh, I don't know why I thought about that. I thought, man, this guy is wanting so much in this email, and this had to have been over 20 years ago. And it was something else, like, and I chose not to see the person. So, and women, I mean, you could say no. You could, if the chemistry is not there, like, for instance, um, one of my limits is needle play. I don't do that. So if somebody states, "Oh, can you do this? Can you do needle play? I'd like to be pierced. I'd like to be stapled. I'd like to have my lips sewn shut." Did you read the website? My website, it states I don't engage in needle play. Okay, next topic, slave. Another email I recently had received where the slave stated that he fantasized about doing this, being in this lifestyle, and he fantasized this for so many years, and he feels like the vanilla world is just so boring. So he said, "Where do I start? Where do I go? I want to get into it, this." And then he states, "I want to see you," etc., etc., etc. So my response, just fly here. What are you waiting for? What's stopping you? Hop on a plane. It's not that easy to do that. So there's the option of FaceTiming. And also some people are very shy to see a dominant person face to face, and that's why the option to Skype or FaceTime in the privacy of your own home is an option. And then sometimes I just state, don't you want your fantasy to become reality? It's 2024. Get out there, explore, get kinky, get freaky, have some fun. And some people, when fantasy does become a reality, it could be way too much for the person. And it could be like a shock, like, wow, this is really happening. Wow, I'm really on my hands and knees. Wow. And yeah. So let's see another email I received recently. Individual wanted to see me. We exchanged a few emails, and he stated, "Oh, I didn't realize you were in New York City. I thought you were in Europe." No. So I'm the only Mistress Xena in New York City, and there's other Xenas in the world, but I'm the only one in New York City, just FYI. And for verification, I just want to make a mention that my Instagram ID is Xena Romanova. Xena Romanova. My X ID is Xena Romanova NYC altogether. My Facebook ID is also Xena Romanova. And the rest of the people that are using my images and my name without my consent are imposters. So don't get scammed. Don't engage in the imposters. And if you really want to know if they're real, suggest a FaceTime chat for facial recognition to make sure they're real. And there's more and more of these imposters out there that are pretending to be other dominant women that are calling themselves Mistress So-and-so. And I come across them on the social media platforms. I'm like, no, you're not real. You're an imposter. And go with your gut and make sure the dominant woman has a website. That's always a good sign. And that, you know, she's got followers and she's following and whatnot. But for extra security, suggest, hey, how about we Skype for a minute or so to make sure you're that person that I saw on this website, and I want to see you, and I want to make sure you're you. So, yeah. So I just wanted to bring that up because more and more of these imposters are popping up, and it's not cool. And if you also want to connect with me on social media, you're more than welcome to send me a message. And social media is great to connect, but you got to be aware of these imposters out there. So, yeah, so Storytime Part 7. That's a few stories I mentioned, and I have more stories I'd talk about in the future, but just wanted to bring these up. And also I had a recent dream, Mistress Slave dream. I can't remember the dream exactly, but what was wild was, in reality, I never have these type of dreams because this is my reality, is this BDSM lifestyle, fetish lifestyle. This is my reality. And to dream this, I can't even remember. Don't you hate that when you wake up and you forget the dream? But I dreamt, oh my goodness, I can't even remember. I can't remember. But it was pretty fascinating that I had a dream like this. And it's fascinating that I never have dreams of the BDSM lifestyle because it's my reality. So, yeah. And I brought that up. I'm not sure why. Because dreams are fascinating, and sometimes I wonder, what the hell do these dreams mean? And I compiled a whole list of dreams, not a dream journal, but a whole list of my dreams, past and present, the ones that I could remember. And then sometimes I look them up, like, okay, why did I dream of a cat or a dog or a bird? Or actually today's dream was I was in a bathtub soaking, and just yesterday I took a bath, and I should take baths more because it's very therapeutic and relaxing, and usually take showers, but I dreamt that I was in this bathtub just relaxing, and but I can't remember exactly what I was doing in the bathtub in the dream, but just yesterday, just laying back, relaxing, put this bath bubble thing in the bathtub to get the bath all bubbly, and it was very nice and calming and relaxing. And it's good to give yourself some R&R and you time and relax. And so much stress is going on, so much going on in this world, so much going on with everyday life, so much stress or anxiety, or so many responsibilities. It's great to treat yourself. And I recently told an individual this, and he took my advice, and I'm glad. And And it's very important to take care of yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Whether it's taking a bath, taking a gym class or yoga class, or uh, taking yourself out on town, dinner, a movie, or theater, a play, and taking care of yourself sexually. Sexual health is very important as well, or reading a book, walking in the park. You work so much, you got to take care of yourself as well. And also seeing a dominatrix. So, uh, get yourself out there. 2024, don't be shy. Get yourself out there and look for the right person for you. And it's all about chemistry. Communication is key. Playing safely, sanely, consensual is key as well. So I hope you all enjoyed this little podcast, episode 62, which will be published on Tuesday, August 6th. I can't believe it's early August already. I can't believe it. And it's been brutally hot outside, so I hope a cold front. I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm not a fan of the cold weather. I hope a cold front comes very soon. So I hope you all are staying cool, enjoying the summer. Take it easy and take care of yourself. Hope you all enjoyed this little listen of Xena Life as a Dominatrix, episode 62. Have a wonderful day.